Join me today for a few BattleTech product updates here for the beginning part of January 2025. Most of this comes from the newsletter that Catalyst sends out. This is the Geek Ball channel. My name is Bobby, and we're going to be doing a BattleTech product update, a couple sale things. A lot of this comes from the newsletter, so I'm just going to read a lot of this verbatim from the newsletter, and a few things I'll try to post some pictures of, or descriptions will be down in the probably a pinned comment or in the description of the video, or both. Since for some reason I can't do a pinned comment before I release the video, and oftentimes I'm not near a computer the minute the videos go live, so pinned comments don't always go up right on time. Sorry for that. Anyway, so I'm only going to be covering the BattleTech stuff. It's a Catalyst newsletter, so there's stuff other than BattleTech mentioned in here. They do actually make other games, Shadowrun being the other big one, which I've never played, but I like the concept of, and I've got the feeling that like the books could be interesting. So Chad's kind of interested in it too. We might give it a go at some point if our schedules ever line up for us to actually be able to play anything. So from January 16th to the 19th, Catalyst will be at the Las Vegas Open, and they will be selling BattleTech merchandise there. It just says the latest awesome releases, so I'm assuming that's just the stuff at retail, but probably some of the other con stuff that they bring around. If I had to guess, that's purely a guess on my part, doesn't say that here. There's an event of some kind. I assume that's registering for the Las Vegas Open, and they're at booth 903. So I'm going to cover a few other non-BattleTech-y things here real quick. They are going to be releasing a Frostpunk role-playing game. Frostpunk's a computer game, for those of you that don't know. I think it has a board game, I think. I've played it a little bit, but it is a game where essentially the world is frozen over, and it's up to you to try to keep humanity from dying. And you have to make some hard decisions. I think you're outside of London, if I remember right. So, yeah, I didn't get very far. Humanity died on my watch. Sorry, guys. But kind of thematic if you're in my neck of the woods at the moment, because we just got all kinds of snow the other day, and apparently we're going to get more here before the end of the week. That's part of the reason why I'm recording in here, not out in one of the vehicles, because it's very cold outside right now. So this is going to be an RPG. It's going to be coming to, let's see, Kickstarter, and that will be in March. Something to look out for. Like I said, I haven't played any Catalyst RPGs, so I don't know much about them. This one could be interesting. Then Leviathans seems to be slowly rolling along. I have every confidence they'll fulfill it. It's been taking a while, in my opinion. And it's not a slight against them. I mean, I can't even imagine the complexities of dealing with factories halfway around the world and having to, get your test shots and prints and everything else. And so Chad and I both bought into that. So once we do get that, there'll be some videos on that. But in case you haven't heard about it in other videos, it's basically like steamships, but they're airships. It's like World War I, but with like steampunk airship stuff. So looks interesting. It's Pathfinder Runefire game coming out. It looks like it's a deck building game. We're not really going to go into it, but something that's coming. And okay, so in December, so last month, on the website, they released the map scale dropships that they had in the Kickstarter, and that's an Overlord C. It's an Overlord, an Overlord C, and a Union. So The Union's the small one, looks like a ball. The Overlord looks like a big egg. The Overlord C looks like an egg with like a dome on top. The C would denote that it's a clan dropship. So these are mech scale, or not mech scale, map scale. I saw them at Gen Con, thought they looked pretty good. Haven't decided which one I'm going to buy, because I would like to have one just to have, you know, an objective on the map or something. Hard to decide. I don't know. There are different prices. The Overlord C is $64.99, the Overlord is $60, and the Union's $44.99. Then the second Star League Assault Lance is $39.99. I did videos on those back right around Gen Con, because I bought a couple then, and I'll try to link to those up here in the top because they're relevant here. Also the McCarran's Armored Cavalry Assault Lance. It's Barnes & Noble exclusive. So the link takes me here. Okay, yeah, the link in the newsletter takes you to the Barnes & Noble page. I believe these are actually in store now. I think. Haven't been to a Barnes & Noble in a while because I live in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, the website's temporarily out of them. So let me check the stores in my area here real quick. Well, actually it doesn't look like it's in stock in any of them. So either they're all sold out or they're not in stores yet, or they're not in stores in my area. So keep an eye out. This one, I know I'm interested in it because a couple of these are Lao mechs, because I'm a little interested in them. The Tianzong being the main one. I'm trying to remember what else is in here. It doesn't say here, I think. Yeah, I think one's a Jumping Star Slayer, there's a Black Knight, the other one's an Awesome. So, yeah. For those of you who don't know, the whole McCarran's Armored Cavalry thing, they threw their lot in with House Lao at a certain point and just became a house unit. So then there is a free story, free BattleTech story from Brian Young. I'm in the middle of reading one of his books right now. I've read one of his books previously. I liked it, like the one I'm reading right now. Just a matter of not the book slowing me down, it's more lack of motivation and being tired. But I do like what I'm seeing so far. And then there's also a free Shadowrun story, so check those out. They are on the website. Just go to the Catalyst store, which I'll link to that down in the description. And if you're then there's a thing to be on the upper left-hand side of your screen. It says Universe. Bring a drop down. It has BattleTech and Shadowrun. Go to BattleTech. There's all the BattleTech stuff. Go to Shadowrun. Get the Shadowrun story. I'll check them both out. Try to do a review. Actually, I didn't realize this. Brian Young actually writes both of these stories. So, yeah, I'll check them out. Let you guys know how they are, and when I do, I'll put links to them in those videos. Might just be a single video. I don't know. No, who am I kidding? This is YouTube. It'll be 2 different videos. Okay, so for January, and this is the whole point of this video, these are things that are going to be coming out for sure on the Catalyst site, and they're not up yet because I keep checking. But we're going to see the Mercenaries box set, which I've filmed an unboxing video of. It'll probably go up after this video though. The Illicon's Eyes Only, that's the next source book, and that will detail the last 3 source books have detailed around the Inner Sphere. This one will detail Terra, now that Clan Wolf has claimed it and has declared themselves the Ill Clan, and the Capellan Confederation, House Lao, because that's the juggernaut that's coming their way. So should be a good book. I'm hopeful. Although I still need to pick up the Hinterlands book, and I still need to read Empire Alone and Dominions Divided. I do have them, just haven't got around to them yet. Then we have the Clan Cavalry Star. Force Pack. I keep forgetting what they call these, the generic term for these. I'll get a picture and probably a description down here to tell you which one that is. The Battlefield Support Assault and Cavalry Lances. That's a single box, but it comes with 8 vehicles. I should tell you the prices. The Mercenary box set's $74.99. The Il Khan's Eyes Only is $49.99. The Clan Cavalry Star is $34.99. The Battlefield Support Assault and Cavalry Lances is $39.99. Mercenary salvage boxes, those are the little ones I've been opening singles of. I've done a few videos. I've got more film. I've just been trying to space them out. They'll be $7.99. Now, it just says Mercenary Salvage Box, so I assume that's just the regular ones, not the Legendary, not the Blood Asp, not the Visigoth Fighter. But yeah, then it also has the Battlefield Support Salvage Box for $11.99. That's the vehicle salvage box. I did not get any of those with the Kickstarter, so I don't have any videos for those. I believe those come with 2 vehicles or one like set of the Long Tom Artillery. Then we have the Map Pack Savannah, which is $29.99, and then the City HPG Heliport Battle Mat, which is $39.99. So the Map Pack Savannah, I do have that. I got it from the Kickstarter. Haven't even got into most of the stuff I got for that yet, so no video on that at the moment. I'll try to get one up because I got that and the City set. And I believe the 2 of them, those are the 2 sides of the new gigantic map, like I did the BFG map earlier, where it stood up and showed it looks like a rug almost. It's 4 foot by 6 foot. And then the Heliport Battle Mat, that will be on like a neoprene material, not paper like the other maps. It'll be like the gigantic map. So that's what's coming out in January. It doesn't say specifically when in January, just in January. So be on the lookout for those. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. Yeah, there's Shadowrun stuff after that. Well, a Shadowrun supplement. There's also a blurb here about BattleTech Aces, which I haven't covered because I haven't watched the video about it yet. And I definitely don't have it in hand. But let's see. They talked about this at PAX Unplugged in December, and it uses a card-based AI and expanding on the Alpha Strike game system. This is so you can play solo or cooperative against an opponent that uses cards to go through the motions, apparently to simulate an opponent. Yeah, so there's a video. Like I said, I've got to watch it, but it's like 2 hours long, just to get an idea. It sounds interesting. And from what I gather, the Aces boxes are going to come with some mechs, some miniatures. I don't know if they're going to have maps or not. I think some are and some aren't. And I think it tells you which box sets you need. I don't know if you need anything beyond the Game of Armored Combat box set. Again, I haven't watched the videos, I don't know for sure, but I have seen a blurb that wrote up what you do and don't need. I just don't remember on that part. But this isn't a comprehensive video about the Aces thing. As soon as I feel like I can actually say something substantial on it, I will do so. But in the meantime, it is a thing. It's out there, not for retail yet, but it's definitely something I'm going to be looking into because I have trouble scheduling to play. So I've got to play by myself. I guess it's the way it's going to be. Prefer not to, but also to ally with someone against an opponent instead of just constantly going head to head, be worthwhile too. So anyway, that's what's coming out this month, or at least that's the plan. Things change. They do have let's see if I can get this picture here blown up. I can tell you real quick. No, the picture just takes me to the new arrivals page, which doesn't have it. Oh, there is also a new novel out, Trial by Birthright by Michael J. Sierravella, and that one focuses on Ulrich Ward, and now that he's essentially playing the role of the dog who finally caught the car it was chasing, now what do you do with it? Because Kerensky's vision only talked about retaking Earth, didn't really talk about it beyond that. So now what? And he's beginning to realize that, like, he has enemies everywhere. Number one being House Lao getting ready to start stomping down his front door. And maybe the other clans are going to go along with everything. The Hell's Horses certainly aren't. Don't know about the Scorpio Imperium, the Ghost Bears. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's up on Amazon right now. I haven't ordered it yet. Going to be ordering it maybe tonight. Then there was also another novel, Letter of the Law, which had to do with House Merrick. That was released in November. I haven't picked it up yet either, because I've still got like 6 books from Gen Con that I haven't read yet. But I'll probably go ahead and pick these 2 up though here real soon. So, and once I read through them, I'll fill you fine folks in on my opinion on them. But yeah, like I said, all this is from the newsletter. So if you want to get signed up for the newsletter, which you probably should, because as much fun as it is for me doing these videos, it's right here. Like, I mean, I'm going to keep doing the videos, but it is right here. And you just go to the store page, and there'll be a pop-up right when you first show up. Put in your email, boom, you're going to start getting the newsletter. And I believe it's monthly. So, but yeah, like I said, this stuff is going to be coming out on the Catalyst store, and I would assume this means it's available for retail, but that's an assumption on my part. This newsletter does not actually say that. So, and at the moment, while there appear to be, like, while the new releases are highlighted, these are not active links yet. And like I said, looking at it just now, these are not yet on the site. But it is also just the first week of January, and so this is one of those, maybe they'll be on there like January 31st, maybe they'll be on there tomorrow. Don't know. Today's the 7th, by the way, in case you need a frame of reference for what tomorrow is. Yeah, so here's this, and they're going to be rolling out the products. This is like the Clan Invasion Kickstarter. They didn't just, boom, here it is all for retail. They've got to build up stock of each of the things, plus, as a product, you don't just want to release everything all at once. You release it in phases so that it gets out there. People that back the Kickstarter, we got all the stuff. But everyone else, didn't back it, so got a little bit of a delay. Sorry to interrupt the video. Need to make a couple additions here. Going to break usual YouTube logic of, hey, just make more videos. So I just want it all here in one place. It seems kind of redundant. There are 2 things I want to mention. Number one, at least as of the recording of this, there are still items for sale on the Catalyst website. On their introduced price sale, not like, hey, you can buy this. So if you're going there and checking to see if the items I've mentioned earlier in the video are up for sale yet, which they're not, at least as of this recording for this addendum, then be sure to check out, if you don't have it already, the BattleTech Essentials box set, which was the one that was the Target exclusive and has the stuff for Solaris 7 in it, is half price, so it's $12.50. And I've done a video talking about that. I'll leave a link to it up above or down in the description, so you know what you're getting into as far as the contents. And then also the puzzles that they made a little while ago, 2 or 3 of those are still left, and they're at a pretty steep discount. I think they're $10 each, and they start, I think, at $25. So something you might want to look into if you're a puzzle fan, or just want, the artwork, some of the newer artwork. Then, and there's a few other scattered things like the reinforcement set, which is the set of the punch-out standees, which I also did a video on that. If you're interested, if you want to get yourself into there, that's on sale. And I think there's a few other things scattered here and there as far as at a reduced price. And I don't know how long they're going to stay there. I'm assuming till they sell through them, but you never know. And also they could sell through them at any time. So if you're interested, check them out now. So then the other thing is there is a new novel coming up on, it's supposed to be released by the end of the month, Voidbreaker by Brian Young. And this one is set up as a spy novel, and it's mainly going to follow, it sounds like it's going to follow Tucker Harwell, who's the guy who got one of the HPGs back online and might just be the most valuable man in the inner sphere. Clan Seafox is trying to get their hands on him because they apparently fashion themselves to be the new Comstar, and his information could potentially help them in that endeavor. Now, Brian Young has posted a list of novels and potentially source books if you want the background information to understand this, and I'll post that down in the description. There's also apparently a video preview of some kind. I haven't watched it. I'll post that in the description. And if there's any other relevant bits and pieces, I will. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one because that's a plot thread I want to see continued and ultimately resolved at some point. But yeah, like I said, had these two things. Didn't want to make separate videos for them because this whole addendum is going to take less than 5 minutes. I know that flies in the face of YouTube logic. I should have made 2 separate videos that each stretched out over 10 minutes, but you know, sometimes I just don't have it in me. So anyway, just want to throw that out there, and now I'll take you back to your regularly scheduled video. Let me know what you folks think down in the comments. Did you back the Kickstarter? Did you not? Now you regret it. What would you like to see in another Kickstarter, which will be years down the road if they do it? Do you want to go into the FedCom Civil War and the Jihad? Because they have talked about the fact they do want to, some people definitely want to make the Word of Blake mix, so in plastics. And so that would be interesting. Maybe that'd be the chance to see the re-scene versions. Talk to Brent there at the Gen Con. So there's not a huge appetite for those. I personally would like to see them in plastic. I mean, they are part of the lore, but given that they were kind of tied to the Word of Blake, I think that'd be where you'd want to do it. But yeah, what do you want to see next? You want to see a Battle of Tukiyid box set, Battle of Luthien, you know, any of these major battles, the battle for Terra here in the Dark Age, the end of the Dark Age timeline, you know, or the battle for New Avalon, where House Davian kicked Kirita off their homeworld. You know, maybe get the Warrior Pope immortalized in plastic. But yeah, any number of things. You know, just let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Sharing and commenting are the things that help us grow the channel, and we always appreciate it. But other than that, just remember, no guts, no galaxy.